Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel Aviation Cadet. This is ex-Aviation Cadet Sabir Shah from 1990 GDP Pakistan Air Force. I joined the Pakistan Air Force Academy Risalpur in 1993 and I quit Air Force in 1996 for my personal reasons. First of all is a disclaimer that this video is not in any way endorsed, sponsored or speaking on the behalf of Pakistan Air Force or the official views of Pakistan Air Force or Government of Pakistan. All the views and comments in this video are totally based on my own experience and do not necessarily reflect those of the Pakistan Air Force or Government of Pakistan. In my previous video, I have told the steps which are necessary to be a fighter pilot, the selection process, so you can watch my first video. The link is in the description box below. And today I will talk in details about how can you be surely selected initially in the initial tests conducted at your own local selection center. So in my case, it was the Rawalpindi Selection Center, which is located on Mall Road, Sadar, near Sadar, Rawalpindi in Kent area. And which is, by the way, still is the same selection center. just the building has been changed a bit. So I've seen many videos on YouTube, and people have worked beautifully to guide people how to, get selected. But most of them, they work on your intelligence. They work on your how to take a test. Okay, and they would guide you that what kind of test you're going to face. So my video is going to be a little bit different. What I'm going to tell you, I don't think so that anyone else has talked about that on any of the videos. I've seen the interview of the ISSB selection officer, the president as well. Again, the link is in the description box below. And he also, I don't mean to say that he's hiding any facts, no, but he's just telling you what they are looking for in a potential cadet. So my video is going to be a little bit different, so you have to stay with me, and even you would feel that some of the things might seem childish to you, but bear me, trust me, that those things are going to matter for your future selection. Now, let me start with my own example. Now, I will just talk about three things first. Your appearance, your way of writing your exams. Anywhere there's a written work, I would give you some guidance that how should you write the work, write your essays or anything. Okay, so that's going to be very important. And third thing is going to be your general behavior and general conduct. So number one is going to be the appearance. I have appeared in these tests, in initial tests, only twice. And my score is 50%. So first time I got not recommended in the initial test. What happened? I went for Army, 91st PMA long course. I was 16 and a half at that time. I just cleared my FSE, the secondary school examination exam, and I just applied for, in the same year, 1993, around January, something like that. So once I applied for that one, what happened back then was intelligence test I cleared with flying colors, I remember, because again, there are many videos on intelligence tests, how you can go through the tests. The easiest way is that when you are 100% sure of an answer, do that question. Leave the one you have a slight doubt and mark it. They give you a sheet right next to your rough sheet, so you can mark, okay, question number 5, put a cross next to it. I haven't solved that one. Go to question number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you don't know question number 11, you're not 100% sure, don't do it. Go back. Once you are done with all the 100 questions, then come back and look through your sheet what questions you haven't done, because you can always scroll back and forth. So that was my, back then we had paper-based test, so we did at that time. So intelligence test I passed, and after that there was an interview phase, and trust me, I mean, the intelligence test was conducted at about 6 in the morning, and I just woke up, and I'm from a very mediocre family in Pakistan, from a lower B class family. So I used to sleep in my shalwar kameez, and I was wearing the same shalwar kameez in which I slept in, and didn't even comb my hair, took my bike. I don't wear helmets, bad habit. You should wear helmets all the time. So don't copy anyone else, because that saves lives. So rode my bike, I had long hair, went, took my IQ test, and straight away went for the interview. And then it was the medical. The Army is a little bit different in initial tests, and Air Force is a little bit different, which I've mentioned already. So right after that one, it was the interview. And imagine a person whose hair is standing up and wrinkled shalwar kameez and wearing bathroom slippers enters the interviews officer, and he looks at me. I remember his name was, I think, Captain Durrani, if I'm not wrong. He had bluish gray eyes. I think from north, at that time it was NWFP, the province Sarhad. Oh, anyhow, that's not the matter. So he asked me, now he wanted not to select me because of my appearance. He just wanted to, kick me out. So he wanted to look for some reasons. I remember first question he asked me, what's your name? I told him my name. What's your dad's name? Okay, I told him my dad's name. Then he said that, what are your favorite subjects? And I told him physics and chemistry. And fourth question he asked me, who is Karl Marx? Now, you think a person who asks for your favorite subject is going to ask you a related question to your subjects, right? Your favorite subjects. He asked me who Karl Marx is. And trust me, until 12 years of my studies, I've never heard that name. So I guessed. He said, he's a scientist. And he said, so who Lenin is? I said, well, might be a physicist. So he told me, Mr. Sabir, stand up, please, leave the room. And then we had to wait. Those who passed the interview, they came up and said their names. And my name wasn't there. So appearance, number one, matters a lot. When I applied for Pakistan Air Force for the initial test, no matter I went for the IQ test, I went for my subject tests, or I went for the interview, I went for the medical, I was suited booted. Now, suited booted in a sense, you have to see what cadets wear during their training throughout. None of the uniforms, there are 7 attires, 7 uniforms you wear during different times. None of them cross more than 2 colors. Like I'm wearing a 3-color shirt and blue jeans right now at the moment. That's 4 colors. You won't see any cadet ever wearing 4 colors. So right now I'm in civil life, so I don't care. But again, it should be simple and elegant. You don't have to wear ties, blue tie and white shirt and pink coat and green pants and white shoes. No, simple and elegant. No matter your dad is rich, no matter your dad is poor, you should wear simply. So I would suggest to the boys, girls, I would come up to that if there's any of my listeners who is a girl, just send me a message and I will reply you in the comments below. So for guys, I'm gonna tell you that you can just wear, if it's summertime, nice full collared half sleeve t-shirt, shirt, and pants. And pants shouldn't be made of cotton, 100% cotton, because it's so difficult to press them, to iron them, because no wrinkles should be seen on your clothes ever. Because in the academy, if there is a single wrinkle on your clothes, you will be punished. And I'll cover what punishment means in my later sessions when we will join the academy. So wrinkles on your clothes, negative marking right away. Okay? If your improper haircut, what does improper haircut mean? In the academy, a cadet, even to the final term, doesn't have the sideburns. No sideburns, never. Sideburns are always off. Even the officers, you can see no sideburns at all. So get rid of them right away. A beard, you could keep it nicely trimmed. And if you are really religious and you have that long beard, doesn't matter at all, because those real beards are also beautiful looking, good looking. So you don't have to shave them off. But in the academy, I'm sorry to say, you have to shave all your facial hair. No mustache, no beard, no matter how religious you are. You have to be acclimated. So they would ask you to shave. A lot of my coursemen, 5 or 6 of them who were really religious, and they never shaved in their whole lives, but the day they reported, they had to do that. So there's a kind of sacrifice you have to pay. So I would suggest you clean shaved, but I mean, because it's an initial phase is so just nicely trimmed beard and stuff like that. Color shouldn't increase more than 3 on your body. Nice. If you want to wear shalwar kameez, doesn't matter at all, but it shouldn't be wrinkled. But in shalwar kameez, because of the size, it's always a possibility of getting it wrinkled. So I would say spick and span. That's it. Shoes should be properly polished, and do not wear weird kind of outfits like Technicolor. No, that's right away. Because they call you a clown and kick you out. So try to be nicely dressed, and your facial features and your haircut should be proper. That's what my second thing. When you're writing an exam. Now, writing an exam is, you see, some of the questions when they give you, and they put a time limitation on that one, what are they actually checking for? They're actually checking for this, when your brain is under stress, when your mind is under stress, your handwriting tells that what kind of stress you have. So if you're writing something and you're stressed, you would push the pen so hard on the paper that the handwriting would appear from the back of the paper. Bad. That shows that you are stressed, and being stressed, negative marking. Second thing is your way of writing. If you have joint handwriting and you follow one pattern, your all letters are inclining, so that also works. But anytime you're stressed and you change your pattern, the psychiatrist would right away pick. So it's the psychiatrist who checks your these way of handwriting. So, for example, I'll give you a few examples. You can check it online, that how to represent your handwriting, how that shows your confidence. For example, at the academy, we were told that you were supposed to cut your T's, and then one of the officers, he told us, he was dealing with the selections back then, but we were already selected. So he said that, what are we looking in people? Just simple T, letter T. If you don't cut your T, you are overconfident, and overconfidence, negative marking. If you cut your T really low, underconfident, goodbye, sir. If you cut right in the middle, that's on the par. But if you're cutting it above the middle and below the top, perfect. That means that you are full of confidence. Overconfidence is bad. Lower confidence is also bad. Mediocre. Always try to stay in the middle. So that's what I'm saying. That was about the T's, right? And how you stress it on. So once they give you this short time and they let you act accordingly, they want to see how you are going to reflect on that piece of paper. So anywhere where writing is involved, be focused, same pattern, same way, and same kind of style. Do not change. Even your panic, but it doesn't mean that you start doing your, handwriting calligraphy. No, you don't have to be. You just need to be on the same style. That's it. So that was about the writing exam. Now, number 2 is that when you are writing your exam, see, some people have the habit to bend. Some people encircle the whole table and then start writing, hiding their face and doing like this. Some people are sitting housely like this, So, you don't put your feet above your head. What I'm saying is, you have to keep your posture straight up, no matter, even if you're standing in a line, waiting for your turn to be in somewhere, stand upright. Chest out, belly in, and look upright. No shoulders should be lousy. For that, you can see the Corps Commander meetings, they show it on the TV. Look at the generals, look at the Lieutenant General. They've spent 38 years, 39 years in Pakistan Army. See how they sit. You would never see a lousy one. Trust me, at the academy, you are not supposed to put your elbows on the table, ever. The thing you can put on the table is just no matter you're having food, you're having dinner, you're having lunches, breakfast, no matter what, you only put your wrists on the table. So encircling anything, including your food dish or examination paper, that's negative marking. People are checking you each and everything. So when you're writing, your posture is very important. When you're waiting for something, your posture is very important. When you are talking now, third thing comes the conduct. Okay, that's the final thing which I want to talk about. Now, the conduct is, your overall, see, they're looking for, they call it OLQs, officer-like qualities. An officer has to influence his juniors and and be a guiding star to his juniors and have to motivate them. And then he has to be obedient to the seniors, the ranks above him. So now, in a selection center, initially, who can you influence? You know, the gatekeepers, the janitors, the waiters, the staff that is working for you. Do not be rude to them. Do not be authoritative to them. You know, you have to be down to earth person. And that's what an officership is. That's what the officer-like qualities are. If you're too proud, you know, your nose is high and you're not, you're a janitor, get away. Trust me, sometimes, you know, those janitors are not the janitors, or not the laskers, or not the gatekeepers even. So again, all these views are my own, okay, based on my own experience. The official views of Air Force are maybe not like that. But what I'm telling you is that what if, so your all conduct, your all behavior is seen. So you have to go through that. Now, the fun thing is the interview. Again, in the interview, you have to look into the eyes of your the interviewer. So most of the time what happens is that the person who is sitting right in front of you is the one who is giving you the interview. So you are talking to him. And if someone else is making a noise, you know, taking a spoon and banging on the table, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted by any of the sounds until the interviewer, he tells you to do something, you know, talk to him or answer that person. Or the person asks you by your name. He asks you, Mr. Sabir, yes, yeah, what's the answer of this question? Then you can just turn a little bit. And your movements, right now I'm using too much of my body, you know. You shouldn't be doing that. I'll drop a link of Darren Brown, and you would see that how psychiatrists and psychologists, they go and check your personality, how they know that if you're telling a lie or not. Because telling a lie, in the academy, your first code of conduct is that I will not steal, seek, and lie. So these three things: I will not steal anything, I will not seek anything, hide anything, and I will not tell lies. So this is your cadetship code, no matter what academy you go to. You are not supposed to be a liar, you're not supposed to be a seeker, and you are not supposed to be a thief. So during my time, we had these kind of people and right away kicked out, right away. There was no second chance, nothing. If you break these three rules anywhere in your life, you're gonna be kicked out. So keep this thing in mind. Now, again, when you're during the interview, what you're doing is your special thing should be that you are not distracted by anything. You're wearing nicely, you're looking into the eyes of the interviewer, and be confident. Anytime you lose confidence, anytime they could feel it. Anytime you tell a lie, they could know right away. Trust me. They give these exams every single day to hundreds of people. So what I want to say in the end is that I hope that this video is going to be really game-changing for you. I'm telling you, if you follow what I've said in this video, trust me, your chances of being selected would be doubled. If they were at 10% before watching the content survey, you follow these things which I've said, they would go to 20%. If they were 20%, they would go to 40%. If they were 50%, they would go to 100%. So try to follow these rules, and once I cover the ISSB, Inter-Services Selection Board, I will put up some more details to it. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Second to none, Pakistan Air Force. Assalamu alaikum.